question about Drew Allar and kind of what you've seen from him from back when, like, I watched a podcast with him way before, like, kind of a while back now. And then there was a clip that came out of him after the first game of the season, and he kind of just walked by the camera. But then after Indiana, he, like, screamed into the camera, was all hyped.
Yeah.
What have you seen from him, like, growth-wise, and why do you think, I guess, he's the right guy for us here at Penn State, and why do you have confidence in him?
Yeah, I think Drew's been the guy we expected him to be all season. Like, he's been poised. He's, you forget that he's 18, 19 years old. He's been confident, and, like, he's the same guy every time you see him. Every time I see him, he is the same person consistently. And really, that's the thing. When I think of a lot of the great quarterbacks I've been around, they are consistently the same person over and over, and they don't get too high and low during good and bad times. Similar, I talked about the whole, like, if you listen when it's good, you also listen when it's bad. Drew just is consistently him. And I think the hard part is in the biggest game of the year when he went home to Ohio State, he didn't play well. It's a lot of reasons he didn't play well, but the accountability that he took after that I thought was a big step. Like, he went in there and, I mean, he was emotional after the game, but you also saw him the next week be more of himself and be right back to that positive guy. And then now against Maryland played really well and aired the ball out. So I think that's a big step to see a guy who was kind of at a pretty low point, went back to his hometown, went 1 of 16 on third down, and they lost to Ohio State because the offense didn't play well, and in large part him, to come back and now play well the last 2 games, I thought has been a really positive thing. Drew has all the talent. I mean, I've seen him at practice in person. Like, the ball comes out of his hand in a way, like, reminds me a lot of when I saw Christian Hackenberg throw the football. Reminds me a lot of, like, Jaden Daniels, who I was around at Arizona State, who's now at LSU. Like, high-level arm talent, high-level athleticism, and really high-level emotional intelligence and football IQ. Drew has it all. And I have no doubt that Drew will be an NFL quarterback and be the starter here for a long time. And I really think that, for as good as Sean Clifford was, like, he was amazing. I love Sean. That, a lot of people said that Penn State was missing that, like, 5-star talent at quarterback. Drew might have not played well against Ohio State, but I think the dividends we'll see the next couple of years will pay off by going through that at Ohio State, if that makes sense. And I do think, I know we've said at Penn State for a long time, like, next year's the year. I really do think, like, next year, like, really is the year. Like, you look at Drew being in second year, the running backs being back, a lot of the guys returning on defense. Well, hopefully we can keep some of the guys from declaring for the draft. That's another pro of NIL. Hopefully you keep some of them here, but next year's the year. Yeah.